Hey everybody, this is John, and I have another Pokemon video. I'm excited to get to it. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon lately, and hopefully, maybe next weekend or the weekend after that, maybe we'll get together to do some more foursomes, TTC. Even Kevin's back from Aruba. For now, we'll see, but we will see about that. In the meantime, what I have here is a video submitted by somebody who said it was a good battle, said it was interesting, and I hope that hangs out the entire video. There is a piece of a blanket I used to create some darkness. So, keeping it professional, as it were. Anyways, you see Lisa Skarmory, the opponent leaves with Basilisk, I believe it's called, something like that. He does pull out the Basilisk right away. He can't really do anything. It is a physical attacker if it does attack. And in comes Hydreigon. Hydreigon obviously going to go ahead and flamethrower Skarmory. He's not going to pull the Skarmory out. He does say fuck all. He's going to leave it in and let it die. So, not a good start for a closer player who I believe is named Black. In any case, it does look like I did not turn the animations out. I'm going to pay attention, try and do a good job here for you. I noticed in my last videos I was tired, and I did a kind of a shitty job, I thought, but in any case. In comes Hippowdon, he sets up the Sandstream, undoubtedly always useful to set up your weather. The opponent comes back with Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr, I don't know why he would come out especially against Hippowdon's going to use Stockpile. I don't know why he would send out Conkeldurr, certainly against Hippowdon. Maybe he has nothing better to deal with it. Obviously, I don't think that Conkeldurr is the answer to Hippowdon in any case. Because Hippowdon is a physical wall. You see he's stockpiling up here. The Conkeldurr is going ahead and bulking up. The problem is if he gets a stockpile 3 and then he uses Spit Up, it is a special attack, but it's still coming off 300 base power. It's going to do a lot of damage, especially against Conkeldurr, who's going into his defensive side. Conkeldurr is weak on the special defense side. We'll see what he does here. Hippowdon's going to roar him away, and that's the right move. No doubt about that. No one's going to doubt. I like that little spot up there. It just makes me laugh every time the Hydreigon flies into it. Anyways, see the Sandstorm's going to be taken down here. He's going to use Surf here on Hippowdon. This Dragon's giving some trouble, but unfortunately for him, he is stockpiled pretty high. He's got pretty massive defensive by this point on both sides of the coin. Even Surf, you see, didn't even take him down halfway. If he has Slack off, he can probably live through anything at this point, and he can always swallow to recover almost all of his damage. So the only problem will be if he does get critical hit, he'll be in some major trouble here. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Hippowdon's going to go ahead. He slacks off there, gets some health back. Not a big deal. Not very surprising either. He's going to keep using Surf against it, probably hoping for the critical hits. The only way he's going to kill him at this point. He's going to just keep on slacking off and stalling. And nothing unusual about that as far as Hippowdon using that to stall. So he could be setting up a Stealth Rock or something like that so that if the opponent switches to try to switch around a little bit, he can take some damage. Otherwise, I guess you may as well just keep going with this. So he's going to use Roar, kick Hydreigon out of there. In comes the Basilisk, I think is what it's called. What is this thing called? I don't even know. So rare that you see it. It's really fast. I don't know what it can do as a lead. He did lead. The Japanese player did lead with it, but unfortunately he's not been able to do anything with it. He's been forced to pull it out at every turn. So he does switch out. He does already have Stealth Rock up, so that's why he's not going to bother setting up. He's going to slack off. He's back at full health. In comes the Dragon. Dragon continue to take damage from the Sandstorm. You see his whole team's kind of basically getting stalled by the Sandstorm. He's not doing any other damage other than that. So he's going to use Roar here. He did use I think it was Draco Meteor. Didn't do very much damage. You saw there. He does kind of continue to take damage from the Sandstorm. All of his members. Conkeldurr is not going to like that either. Here comes the Drain Punch. Obviously useless. It didn't do any damage at all there. Hippowdon has no problem taking that. He can slack off right back up to full health. Conkeldurr, he didn't even recover back the Sandstorm damage from that Drain Punch. Although it probably was close. We'll see. Yeah, it is close. So what we're going to have here is him Drain Punching and Hippowdon slacking off, and that's going to be really fun to watch. And I hope that's how it turns out here. In any case, the player did say it was a stall battle, so that's fine. He's just going to use Taunt at Hippowdon. That's important because now he can't slack off. Unfortunately, he's going to use Earthquake here. That's probably going to kill this thing off. It does have low defenses. I do know that much about it. In fact, its attack's not very high either. But the important thing is now Hippowdon's stuck in a Taunt, so now he can come in with what he wants. And apparently, what he wants is Hippowdon. I mean, not Hippowdon. What he wants is a Conkeldurr. He's going to go ahead and I see. Now he thinks he can bulk up and probably attack and do some damage, but he's probably wrong because the taunt's going to wear off if he's not careful. And you see the Earthquake there, critical hit, down goes Conkeldurr, so now he's wasting his time. He's got to come back with a Dragon here. Another turn is gone with the taunt. Basically, if this thing doesn't die before the taunt wears off, then he's going to lose. And by he, I mean the far player, or Japanese player. He's going to go and use Surf here. If he can, I think we got 1 or 2 more turns left on the taunt. He does have Levitate. The player must have not known that. It's okay. What's the the rule of thumb is if the model's floating, don't even bother trying with Levitate or trying with Earthquake. It's just like with Bronzong. If you're not sure if he has the move or not, And you see the taunt law. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Break that thought off to say this. The taunt wore off. And he's gonna be able to slack off back up to full health. And Hippowdon's probably gonna be able to survive this. So unless he gets a critical hit here on one of these next 2 turns, it is pretty much gonna be over. The writing's on the wall, as it were. Anyways, the like if you have a Bronzong you're going against, he might have that ability that reduces the fire damage. But just in case, don't mess around with if you see your fire damage does little, is what I would say. Then you can go ahead and try Earthquake. But I wouldn't lead with Earthquake just to find out. Chances are the opponent's going to switch into an Earthquake with him anyway, so you probably won't have to bother with that. Anyways, you hear the Powdon, going to go ahead and use Stockpile there. Had nothing else to do, I suppose. Can't really roar. Can't Earthquake. Can't do anything really. See, he's definitely getting stalled out by this Powdon. This is the thing with threes. You can't be prepared for everything, and this is one of those cases where he's not really prepared for this. He should have switched in earlier, started surfing right away, maybe Draco Meteor right away. Something else, but in this case, he is going to die. Blackhawk going to get back to full health, and our near player Black is going to win the battle. There's really no doubt about that now, as the Hydreigon dies from Sand. The Hydreigon, it should be noted, took no damage except for Sandstorm damage, so how many turns does that take? 12, I think. I think it takes 12 or maybe 16 turns to kill someone with Sandstorm damage. Not sure. In any case, he didn't have to use Garchomp. Garchomp, if Hippowdon had died, could have came in easily, just outraged away the Hydreigon, assuming that it wasn't choice set, and it clearly wasn't, because it was changing his moves around quite a bit there. I do believe, though I'm not, well, maybe not. In any case, didn't matter, because Hippowdon did what he had to do, and it's not bad to watch a good stall like that. The only problem is it is a 3-on-3, so you can't prepare for everything. He's got the water Pokemon and everything. I think the opponent did do a good job of getting in and breaking the stall up before it was pretty much too late. Once he gets those 3 stockpiles in, there's really nothing you can do at that point to break it, other than hope for a critical hit, haze it, something like that. Unaware Quagsire, really good in that situation. He come in there, lay down a serve for a Scald, or whatever, it doesn't matter at that point, and do some pretty major damage. Hippowdon can do nothing to Quagsire, obviously, so just some thoughts. That was a good match. Oh, I don't know. Was it good, or was it just the case of the Hippowdon being unbeatable in that case? Probably the latter. Still good use of the Hippowdon by a closer friend Black, and bad use of the Dragon. Should have came in right away and surfed him. In any case, I don't know what are you even afraid of the Hippowdon with the Hydreigon? Nothing really. Ice Fang maybe. So, okay, enough of me babbling on here. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this with that black spot up there. I'm sorry about that. I know the next video, I have one more here. I didn't notice that, and I fixed it, so hopefully that's not the next one. Thanks for watching in any case. Hope you watch the next one. Thanks, bye.